Just keep them a little loose. We're good. We're good.
This could change my life.
Me always in the barber shop. Chief Keef ain't this. Chief Keef ain't about that. My boy DF is around them. You say that don't pull up no word. Yo thing I'm out. Chief Keef ain't no hitter. Chief Keef ain't about this. Like, shut up. Dang, he goes way too fast.
Well,
I keep up.
Thank you for that, Gavin. Guys, welcome to episode 4 of Real Talk. I'm
made
Tommy.
Double digits.
Here with me is my dog, Gavin. What up, dude?
What's up, baby?
I just want you to know that during that intro, it came in and out of connection multiple times. But you know what? I think we get the important parts is really what happened there. So
I could do Bohemian Rhapsody real quick.
Yeah, no, maybe that was for next episode. I can chime in for that one.
That's it.
It's a good one.
All right. Well,
Gavin, what have you been up to, dude? It's been a while.
Bones. My streak of building micro skills that have no value.
Yeah.
Let me think of some good examples.
You already got handstands down and juggling down, right?
No, still so much more practice than used to occur. Okay. There was something. What was it? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I can't remember. Yikes. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah,
pretty much. I don't know. I've been doing odd jobs around the neighborhood. That's been my micro.
Yeah, didn't you build a playground or something?
Yeah, built a playground for some family. Doing a fence now.
Where, in our neighborhood?
Yeah, just south of Lyndhurst area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but it's just totally random, sporadic.
The handyman, dude.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Shoot, I had some great micro skill. I don't know. How about you, Bones? What have you been doing during this? It's an interesting time.
I don't know. Not a whole lot. Working a little. I went to this doctor, I don't know how long ago it was. Maybe 2 weeks, probably. And this guy, dude, I don't even know how to explain it. So he's I like to call him a witch doctor, I guess. But
okay,
the
licensed,
he's a licensed chiropractor at wherever my doctor is, you know. He does this thing that's not really chiropractic, and it's not on like insurance doesn't cover it because it's not scientifically anything. It's weird witch doctor voodoo stuff.
Okay.
But my mom told me I should go to him because I keep getting an upset stomach, and he's supposed to use some magic to find out what's causing the upset stomach.
Can the normal doctor not help you?
No, doctors couldn't help. So my mom was just go to this guy because my mom did it before and she said it works. I was like, all right.
All right.
I go to, dude, it was the craziest thing. I go to this guy and he's super cool. He was super chill, really nice guy. And then he hands me, he's we're just going to figure out what it is. And he hands me, he's here, hold this. He hands me a little vial. It's a glass this big, and it has liquid in it. I don't know what the liquid is, but there's a sticker on it that says he had hundreds of these things, and they all had different, each one was a different protein or vitamin or flavor or something, right? Or food. And he would just hand it to you. So he handed me one that says eggs, right? And so it's in my one arm, it's in my left arm, and then my right arm is extended off to the side. And he just lightly pushes down on your wrist, and then he'll go, okay, you have no problem with that. And then he'll take it, and then he'll give me another thing. This one says, I don't know, pineapple or something. And he's he'll do the same thing. I'll hold it in my left arm, I'll extend my right arm, and he'll push down on it, and nothing happens. And we go through this 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'm this is ridiculous. I'm nothing's going to happen with this. But the whole time we're talking, and he's really nice and fun, and we're getting along and stuff. But in my head, I'm this is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah. Then he hands me one that says MSG, puts it in my hand, closes it, I put my arm out, dude. When he pushes down on my arm, I couldn't hold up my arm. It just went like all the way down. Like I couldn't hold it up at all. And he pushed it the same exact way, like strength every time.
Wow.
And then he was like, "It's MSG. That's your problem." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "It's MSG." And I'm like, he's like, the test doesn't lie. I'm like, "What?" So
what? Did
after
you ask him
that-
how that works? What?
yeah, he said that he was like, "Dude, I have no idea." He said he heard about it. It's like kind of recent, this thing, I guess, like in the past. I mean, I'll say like 20 years maybe, because he said probably around 20 years ago he heard of some lady that could do this in California. So he flew out to California and learned it for like 6 months. And then he like knows how to do it now. It's like some Eastern medicine thing. I'm like, what the hell is this?
What?
Yeah. But,
Allergy
no,
man.
dude, it gets weirder. So he goes like, now I'm gonna like train your body to like accept MSG or whatever.
Oh,
He's like, so that it won't be a problem for you. And I'm like, all right, dude. So I'm holding the MSG thing in my hand, and then he gives me another one to hold in my hand with it. And he has me like sit straight up, and he has me start doing these like breathing exercises. And while I'm doing these, he like starts poking my spine, like my nerves and stuff. And he's like going on about something, how he's like resetting my like electrostatic something. And I'm like, all right, dude. And then after that was done, like 5 minutes, like breathing exercises and him like poking my back lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, all right, now sit in the hall and don't go on your phone or anything. Just sit there for 20 minutes.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it. And then but 20 minutes is up, and I was like, what's next? And he's like, oh no, that's it, you can go.
What?
So I go home, or no, and the catch was like, if I wanted this to work, then I need to not eat MSG for like 24 hours. And MSG isn't everything. So I literally got home and just ate like vegetables for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And then I'll have to admit, the diagnosis is right. Like it is definitely MSG, but his like rewiring my body to like accept it or whatever did not work, because I've been like keeping track of what I'm eating, and I'm like, when I do eat like a bunch of SMG or stuff with SMG in it, it's like that was a bad idea and I get really sick. And then it's like when I'm like cautious about it, like it's like I'm fine. So like he was definitely right in finding out that that's the problem. But like his solution to it didn't really work. But
so bizarre.
It was weird.
Whoever discovered that.
Dude, I don't know. It was weird. My mom did it for like 2 things, and one of them it didn't work, but the other one it did work. Like the fixing thing.
Weird.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So do you think you're allergic to shellfish, right?
Yeah.
So you think if you held shellfish, it'll be the same thing?
Yeah, where like you push down on the arm and it just like you can't like keep it up. Like you push down it and it just goes down to your side. Like it's like he's like dropping like a brick on your arm or something.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced, probably. We can't get my mom and my sister's on it too, and so we're like talking to my dad and my brothers, and we're like, you guys got to go and try it. And they're like no, they're like, it's bullshit, like it's not real, it's just some weird guy. Like, all right. My dad's like no one else is going, we've given this guy enough of my money.
Yeah, maybe though. Maybe.
Yeah, really.
But
it's weird.
No, that's funny. Funny and bizarre. How did he dress?
He was wearing like, well, my mom was explaining it to me. I thought I would walk in and he'd be wearing like some really like baggy, like pirate pants. You know, like the pants where like the seams at like the crotch doesn't start to like your knees, or it starts at like your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured he'd be like wearing something like that.
Pants.
Yeah. I figured he'd be wearing something like that and like a freaking like drug rug or something, and like long, like hippie hair. But no, he had like a nice haircut and was wearing a dress up shirt and khakis. And I think he mentioned that he's like he definitely has something to do with the calves. He definitely mentioned that. Like he goes in every once in a while and does chiropractic with them, or I don't know.
Eastern medicine man for the Cavs.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, dude, why is Colin Sexton missing all of these threes? Why is Darius Garland missing all these wide open layups? What's wrong with this guy? He's just like doing all these tests with them.
Called the Voodoo Man.
Yeah.
What is his official title? Voodoo extraordinaire.
I chiropractor, and then this is just
interesting.
I don't know what they call it. They call this the vial test. I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard chiropractic, or the way I understood it is that chiropractic isn't really accepted as like a medical treatment.
Oh, I have no idea. What even is it? Isn't it like stretching your muscles? I think it's
like advanced massages. Like they'll just like.
You're basically a masseuse just with like a doctorate in massaging.
There was this period in high school where I remember I would just watch kids sitting in front of me, and like kids in front of me would either be watching like anime, porn, or they would just be watching chiropractic like compilations.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and it'll just be like there'll be like a woman laying on like basically a massage table, and the guy would be like, "All right, now don't move, or you could die." And he puts like his like neck and just goes like, and like she's like, "Oh, I feel so great. I haven't walked in months." Like she's like walk. They'll be like, there's like a guy who's like, he's like all like mangled and like mangy, and like he's like,
yeah,
he's really suffering. Like his back like really hurts him. And a guy comes in and goes like, it's like Kung Fu Panda. He goes like, do, 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 do. And his back just goes, and then he walks out. It's like, it's insane. And like the sounds are like that loud. Like it comes off the screen.
You can like hear the bones, like whatever, the joints like snapping and stuff. And
horse chiropractic is a real thing, because there were dudes who would watch that in high school.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of that actually. Why would people watch chiro? They must have been hurting or something. They must have looked up like neck chiropractor, and they'd see like what he does and be like, it's like a bizarrely addictive thing to watch, because the crunch sound is like, you can like feel the relief. It's like cathartic. You could see like the hurting patient just get up and be like, "Thank the Lord, I feel so great." And you're like, I just want a taste of that. 1 second. But horse chiropractic is insane. There'll be like these like horses that can't even stand, and then like this dude comes up, like pile drives it. It's like, yeah. And the horse like gets up and walks, and it's like it feels like it's some kind of miracle cure. Like I swear it's not even recognized by like if you saw a doctor and your back wasn't good, I don't think they'd ever take you to a chiropractor. I think you have to like go on your own. Yeah, I think they just like don't they just like refer you or something? I don't really know how any of it works. But
yeah,
after my senior year, I was done with a cross country race, and at the a little bit like after the finish line, it was the only time I've ever seen this. They had like a tent set up, and there was a chiropractor there, like masseuse, I guess. I don't know. And there were like a couple stations, and me and my one friend, we were like, dude, let's give it a try after our race, you know? So we were doing that, and the guy was like, where are you sore? And I was like, my hip. And he's like, all right. And he like gets me in like these weird positions and starts just like drilling his elbow like into my hips and stuff, and he's just like moving it all around and stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And my friend was like right next to me doing the same exact thing, and he was like oh dude, it was the funniest thing. I was just like, oh my gosh, dude.
Did you feel the relief of a lifetime though?
Oh dude, the relief was insane. It felt so good afterwards. It hurt really badly during, but then after it was like, that was amazing.
It's crazy. I'll never get it. I'll watch it, but I'll never get it.
Yeah. Anything we don't understand is just weird. So
I've been looking around on the internet to do some freelance writing.
Yeah.
And there's a woman, she's like, I have a long article I need you to write. You need advanced knowledge in crystals and crystal healing, and like whatever that crap is. I don't know what that's called, but like the crystals that like give you energy and heal you, and like.
Do you remember those wristbands?
No.
Oh,
crystal wristbands.
Gosh, dude, these wristbands were like huge when we were in I don't know, I want to say third grade. And I really remember a couple like, like really big athletes or like families who thought that their kids were so athletically talented young those kids would always have on these wristbands, and they were just like,
were they like power bands?
I don't know what they were called. They had like, you might have had one. I can't remember you having one.
I feel like I might have had, my dad thought they were funny.
Yeah, they were like.
I remember there was a commercial for some kind of like rubber bands where it's like, if you wear this, you can't get knocked over.
Yeah.
Like your balance is like so great.
I think it was just like a rubber wristband, but in the middle there was like a little circle that had like a shiny little crystal thing, and it was like, this is like, you won't get as tired when you're doing your athletics, and you're more balanced, and it just makes you a better athlete.
I can't remember who did this, but I remember Mr. Lawless had one, and someone's like, let me try to knock you over. You literally can't fall over. It's like they kept like trying to shove him, and like we must have been in third grade, so like we couldn't move him. And he's like, you see?
It's so good. That is funny. I'll never forget.
Baseball season, third grade, everyone was like, everyone had those.
Everyone had those things. I will never forget,
that didn't help anybody.
No, it didn't help anyone. It didn't do anything. It was a scam. But one time we were at basketball practice. This must have been third grade too, and third or fourth grade. And because we were going over like the very basics, because Mr. Lawless was telling us like, he was like, try your best when you're like down low to use the backboard because it's always easier to go in. So obviously this must have been like third grade. Very first thing we're taught. Basically just use the background when you're taking a layup. And because he was like, because it'll go in every time. And I remember distinctly Burnsy takes a ball and he is right under the hoop and he just goes, oh really? And he just takes it and just chucks it against the backboard and it just goes flying. I don't remember what Mr. Lawless did. He was probably pretty pissed off at him for that, but
no, he could have been fooled and think it would just automatically go in somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, Burnsy could have been like, oh, that's crazy, dude. So that means this will go in? So yeah. I don't know.
There was definitely, I remember they used to teach us the magic square. It always goes in when you hit the magic square. I would just chuck it against her sometimes, be like, what's going on?
It's going in, dude. It's going in. I'm like the champ of blowing layups, so I don't think that square is too magical.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit false advertising.
Yeah, it might be, dude.
Yeah. It was some insane crap about writing about crystals, and you need like years of crystal use to even apply to write about crystals. Woo.
What else? Did you do anything for freelance writing? Did you find anything?
Not yet. I've been just sitting, waiting. I only applied about a week ago.
Okay.
But it's actually really interesting, this whole crystal thing. Crystals and their magic properties.
Yeah.
I was at a sub shop in Bowling Green, Ohio, and it was like 11 at night. I'm there alone, and I'm just kind of waiting for my subs to be made. So I'm talking to the lady making my subs, and she had this like it was a bracelet that had like little like circles all over it, and they were like colored, right? Mm-hmm. I think there was like 9 colored circles, and I think the colors are supposed to like resemble the planets or something.
Right.
And I know my sister got me like that exact same bracelet. And then, so she's like, I'm like, oh, that's a neat bracelet. My sister got me the same one, one day. And she's like, I really like this bracelet. I put essential oils on it, and it just kind of reminds me that I'm connected to the universe and Mother Earth, and the essential oils just boost my energy and mood. And I'm like, before I even realized what I was getting into, she just like went in on like her crystal religion, and I was like going about like, I wear this tree of life to remind me that I'm just one like a cog in the cosmic wheel or something. And she's like, I'm just like, sometimes I go home and I just spray it like, and she's like, stop it. She stopped making the subs now, and she's just like going off. And I'm like, no. I'm like, oh man,
you gotta be careful with those people, dude.
Can of worms. But she just like, she's going off about her crystals, and then she just starts talking about like, I'm never gonna get up in the world. I'm just stuck here in this sub shop. I'm trying to get I'm working 5 jobs. I'm trying to get a manager spot here. I'm like,
Oh my God.
whoa, this is way too heavy.
Yeah. Why are you pouring your life onto me right now?
I don't
You just
know.
said I like your bracelet.
I don't know. It was like so bizarre. And then I did some research after that. I do remember what's called the believing that crystals have power and stuff is called Wiccan. And
Wiccan?
it's the 3rd biggest religion in America, if you believe that.
Dude. No, it's not.
Okay, you have to put all of Christianity into one bubble.
Oh, okay. So it's like, what is it? Christianity and then like
Something else.
something else.
Something
It's
else.
something. It's
and
something.
then, and then Wiccan.
And then
That's
Wiccan.
insane.
Yeah, you should be able to like tell, like just by looking at him. Does she have a septum piercing?
No idea.
Okay, well, if she did do that, it's like right away, you're like, all right, hold up. I don't know if this person's going to rant about something.
Yeah,
You gotta be careful.
dude. And then another thing, it's all coming back to me. All this crystal stuff.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All at once. I once saw a post on Instagram, and it's like, Wiccan tip. If you want to make moon water, get a bowl of water, put it out when the moon comes up on your windowsill. Then, before the sun rises, bring in the moon water. Don't let any sunlight get on there. Now you have moon water, and it will grant you power.
Can you imagine like going to bed every night and you put down this bucket of water
Getting up
on
at
your
4 a.m. to retrieve your moon water.
Yeah, you wake up at 5, like right before the sun comes up, and you're like, oh, perfect. And then you instantly just start your day right there at 5. You either just chug it or you just start washing your face with it, and you're like, oh, my skin will be just flawless because of
My
this
skin
moon
will grant
water.
me power today.
Yeah,
Gosh,
the moon water. That's the craziest thing I've heard.
it's so bizarre. And like, it's like, if you don't think about it, you'll miss it. But if you open your eyes to it and like you see all the essential oils and crystals around you, you're like, wait a minute, this is so much bigger than it seems.
Yeah,
But
that just
actually, like, pay attention to it.
That makes my head spin. That's too much to freaking focus on, man. Crystal stuff.
Hey, buy my crystals though. Oh, Gavin, I sell pebbles, salt, peppercorns.
Pepper crystals.
Yeah, I got lots of crystals.
Nice.
I'll make you a crystal. I'll buy a geode and sell it to you for double the price.
Dude, I used to love it. I had a couple of those little geode things.
Were you a geocacher?
What's that?
It's where you just buy a geode and just smash it open with a hammer and you go, whoa, this geode's insane. It's
No,
like,
but I'd love to do that.
it's like extreme low stakes gambling because you're going to get a geode regardless, but you don't know how it's going to look.
Yeah. Dude, we used to, I don't know what.
Purple.
I had a purple one. I don't know what like we would do, but me and my neighbors and my brothers would like dig around in the backyard and in the woods and find just like rocks, and we'd be like, whoa, dude, I think this is like limestone, dude, like this is sweet. And we'd be like, dude, this is like a freaking like granite right here, and we'd be like getting amped up on these rocks that we knew nothing about. And one time in my neighbor's like side yard, there was literally just we were like, I don't know, I was probably like,
this is igneous rock for sure.
oh, dude, no doubt. Like, I was probably like 6 years old. So, like, we found this it was literally just a concrete slab. And we were like, dude, what is this? And we like, this thing was huge. And it took like all of us, like all like 4 or 6 of us to just like lift this thing up out of the ground. And then once we opened it up, there were just like under it were a bunch of like baby like moles, and they were just all like bleeding to death.
Oh,
we were like, what the hell? It was the weirdest thing ever, dude.
what?
I think that was the last time we went like rock collecting. We were like, all right, maybe we should stop. We were scarred.
You've learned your lesson.
Yeah. But I remember
rocks.
someone got because we did this for like an entire summer, just like finding these rocks. And then someone got like a rock polisher and it would like just like clean the rocks. Like you put in like a little machine and it would just like clean them, and it didn't do anything from what I remember. But
I
we were pretty
remember
amped up on it.
I remember rock polishers being big for some reason.
Yeah, like I would see commercials for them while watching like Disney or Nick. I feel like
Yeah, like what?
I don't know.
Dude,
They just do that
could you
for the
imagine a
kids we're
kid
into.
nowadays looking for rocks?
Dude?
That's a
No.
joke.
I mean, come on. Yeah, I spent all my like when I was younger, I was always outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a totally different world now.
It really is.
Just gotta get an iPad and throw it in front of them.
Yeah,
They'll
they're
babysit
hooked.
themselves. Yeah.
They are hooked. It's crazy.
So back in our day, we looked at rocks all day.
Rocks, and
Then we polish our rocks, and then we determine that they're all worthless.
once our rock days are over, we would go to the woods behind Hawken because it's right connected to the golf course, and we would just find like golf balls, and we'd just like collect these golf balls, and we'd be like, "Oh, dude, Callaway, like Titleist, what up? Oh, Slazenger, dude, those suck." It was like, just throw it back in the woods. It's like, all right.
Well, you got a Callaway 4. That's the highest one we've ever
Dude.
seen.
Oh my gosh. And like, it'd be like a little orange, like an orange arrow. And we're like, this is sweet. Or if it was just like a black arrow, it was like, well, it's still Callaway, but like, yeah, those are,
Yeah, I was
Yeah, we-
huge on the acorn collection.
you collected acorns?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like a little squirrel foraging for your food. Did your parents
Listen.
feed you?
Oh, yeah. No. Here's what we used to do. Back when we used to be the mailmen of St. Greg's.
Oh, yeah.
So you remember
Oh,
our route
sweet.
was the main office,
Yeah.
cafeteria, and then over to the rectory.
Mhm.
Well, when we would walk to the rectory, there was that there was all those acorns in the parking lot. There still are if you would go, but there's just a buttload of them. And like I would like as we were walking, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but I would always pick them up when we were walking, Tommy.
Never noticed.
I would look at like the picture perfect acorn,
No way.
and then like that only ever happens so often, but like you get the perfect
That's been
acorn,
that perfect one. Yeah.
and then you get another one, and then you get some like crappy acorn, didn't even matter. And then what I do, I would just rotate them in my hand all day at school. Like my mind would just be off, and I'd be rotating them, and they like
That was the fidget spinner.
eventually the dirty one would get polished doing that, and they would both be really nice by like the end of the day.
Nice, dude. You were ahead of the game for fidget spinners.
Yeah, apparently. I guess I would have needed one.
Yeah, really. Remember when the freaking geese
Spinner.
just attacked us? It was like a rainy day. We were walking outside to go to the church, I guess, or the rectory. And there was like a flock of geese, and it was raining. We had like an umbrella, and they started like flying at us, like charging us. And we just like put the umbrella down as like a shield. And we were like, no.
Really? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. Dude, oh my
I
gosh.
only remember the acorns.
Just that's your mind was just set on the acorns. You didn't even notice the geese were attacking us. You're just like,
Probably not. Yeah.
I know there's an acorn here somewhere.
That and cookies, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, the cookies that they would give us
They were always
Three.
finished baking. I'm like right when we got
right
down.
as we got there.
So genius.
It was awesome.
And sometimes they weren't done. We just kind of sit there till they were.
Just wait for it. Yeah.
It used
Dude,
to take
I'm-
us a long time. I don't know like what they were doing really.
What?
we
You
would
think,
we'd go down there and just sit there and like wait.
yeah. I think like fourth grade was like the start of me not caring about school.
The start of the link.
Not that I don't care. But like when I look back at grade school, it was like, I think once I hit fourth grade, it was just kind of like, all right, this is dumb. And then high school,
Yeah.
I cared.
Yeah, you get a taste of cheating your way through, free
Mhm.
cookies, not being in class for like 15 minutes less than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suckers.
Like, well, remember eighth grade? Like we would get back from like Friday mass and our teachers they'd vanish.
We would just sit there.
We would just sit there for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. And then they'd come back in and they'd be like, all right, time for lunch. We'd be like, all right.
It's like glorified babysitting was so bad. We take like 2 simple solutions tests and watch a movie.
Oh my God. It was so, yeah, that was our Friday. We watched a movie like every Friday, I feel like. Not every Friday, but very often.
I have a spelling test, a vocab test, and a Civil Solutions test.
Yeah.
We
Probably a reading
like a real
test or
exam.
something.
Like I can't ever remember having like a proper exam where you had to like go back through all the material and study.
No. Yeah, that's what I remember.
all,
Like,
all of our tests were just like quizzes, really. Like there was just like the
Yeah.
material you did that week.
yeah, literally. I don't think we had a test. Like I remember I got to high school and I was just kind of like, oh crap. And when people were like, if you're like, hey, it's midterms, and I was like, it's what? And like everyone else knew what a midterm was except for me. And I was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same.
What's a
I failed all
midterm?
my
They're like-
first
they're like-
midterms.
oh, my first midterm, my whole freshman year, midterms got Fs on all of them, and finals I got Fs on all of them. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, well, I guess I got to start studying for stuff now. People
Yeah.
thought I was like homeschooled, probably. Like, this kid doesn't know what a midterm is.
Honestly, it was so bizarre because I was like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, you just have to study like a little bit what you just did, and you'll be good.
For grade school.
No, yeah, like that's what we had in grade school.
Yeah.
And then coming into high school midterm, like, oh yeah, same diff, you know.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just like read it over right before I
Boom.
start.
It's like 50%.
And I got, I took my biology one, and it's like, didn't we learn this like the first week of school? Like, is he allowed to ask us this question?
And then like by the time you're like a junior and a senior, like the exams start becoming like way more cumulative. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
what's all this
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. Tests have never been my strong suit. So, whatever.
It really is silly because like there's few jobs where you need to be able to pull the info
I know.
straight out of your ass.
Yeah. I feel that with like math tests. So like the math portion of like SAT and ACT, when am I going to be in a work situation where they're like, what's the, like a realistic problem? Like what's the proper amount of change or whatever that you're supposed to be getting? But when am I not going to have a calculator?
When are you not going to have a calculator, and when are you going to be timed?
Yeah. I don't like those things, man.
The only
And
time
it could be because I didn't do good on them. Maybe that's why I don't like them. But
No, it's not. It's just dumb. There's like other than like when you're like making a deal with somebody, that's right then. There's like no time you need to be able to figure out math like crazy fast.
yeah,
It's like-
man, that fires me up.
Fast math, or like sprinting through an essay. You go 45 minutes straight, 5-page, 3-paragraph essay, in order to prove that you read this book. Like, what?
So dumb. So dumb. Yeah, reading
Yep.
tests. Ugh.
And of course, this coronavirus homeschool online class scenario has me really questioning the value of any college degree.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I have to say, I don't feel like I've been extremely challenged or learned that much at all in college so far.
Yeah, so far I kind of agree. But then I thought like that could be from high school being too easy, or like high school being more difficult than college. Therefore I went to a good high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be possible.
So
I'm really banking on those major classes being helpful. Otherwise,
yeah, like definitely these, as we're getting rid of these like gen eds and stuff, like
Yeah,
those are all whatever. But I think when you start diving into your major, you'll start being challenged a little bit more.
yeah, it's always the hope.
That is the hope right now.
Yep. Because if not, oh boy.
Oh boy. Muns, you want to dive into some of these questions?
Yes, I've been.
All right.
waiting
so
for this
excited.
moment.
I'm so excited. We guys, as you know, you can email us questions, concerns, reviews, just to say what up, maybe to give a birthday shout out. I don't know. I don't care. But you can email us at the only real talk podcast at gmail.com. It's really long. We'll put it in the description for you guys. Mons, you ready for our first question?
Yeah, and if you guys wished me happy birthday, that would mean a lot.
Okay, I don't think anyone did though. I'm going to be honest.
Hey.
First question. All right. Hello. I don't even know if either of y'all remember me, LMAO with a couple of O's, but I went to grade school with both of y'all. Haven't spoken to either of you in like 5 years, so what's good? So I saw one of you
This could be
post.
most of you guys.
This could be anyone. So I saw one of you post about your podcast on Instagram, and I'm in quarantine like everyone else and bored like everyone else. So I listened to both episodes. Well, thank you. I don't really have much. I don't really have much to say. Question mark. Question mark. I just want y'all to know that although Greg's rip in peace was a fucking shit show in many, many ways, I appreciated your sense of humor that kept me from running directly into Green Road traffic every day when people were just being too idiotic for me to cope with. LOL. Tommy, I actually saw your mom when she came to Beaumont Drama Club show that I was in. Gavin, my dad shops at Heinen's, and one time he said he saw you there. Good on you, because if you work at Heinen's, I hear you can join a union, and I'm all about unionizing. Anyways, take care, question mark? I think she wants us to take care, not sure. You're both in college to my knowledge, so congrats on that. Hope it's going well, question mark? I hope life in general is good. She's questioning everything she says. Cheers, Kat. That's Catherine. Catherine. Thank you for the long email. This was a shock.
It.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, really. I hope you're feeling better since the Greg's days about running into Green Road traffic.
I love that she says people were just too idiotic for me to cope with. She was clearly the smartest one in our class by a long shot. Man. And then she says, I don't know if y'all remember me. Of course we do. Of course you remember. I think I remember everyone I went to grade school. I bet you I might be able to name our 8th grade class. I don't know. How many did we have? 28 or something?
I think we were like around 40.
No, we weren't.
All right, ultimate challenge. Bones, list them off. Go, everyone.
All right. Okay, I'm going to write names. So obviously me, Tommy.
Doesn't count.
Gavin.
All right, that's 1 point.
All right, Joey.
Okay.
Jack.
Okay.
Pat.
Okay.
Luke and Luke.
Okay.
Katina.
Okay.
Brian.
Okay.
Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan Mersick.
Okay.
We're going 8th grade here, okay? Garrett, the sleeper.
Yep.
Mark, duh.
Obviously.
Michael.
Yep.
Do you have a list?
I'm looking at our class pictures right now.
Dang, okay.
You're about to get exposed.
I know I will. Just let me focus. Why? Nick Loya.
Yep.
Sorry, Nick. That took way too long. Whoops. George Byrne. Whoops.
This guy lives in Africa now.
I said Katina.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Devin.
Yep.
Yeah. Peter.
There you go.
Why can't I remember anyone? I thought I would do a lot better at this. I'm going to move on to girls.
Almost have all the guys, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's just, I said Grayson.
According to my charts. You're just missing one guy, actually, I think.
Oh, I'm just missing one?
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
So obvious.
Well, I'm moving on to the girls. All right.
Grace.
Yeah, tell me.
It was Sean Lafredo.
Oh, come on. All right, come on.
No, that was on you.
That's on me. All right, girls. Grace. Elena.
You blew it
Regan.
big time.
Bella. Catherine. Caitlin McReynolds. Caitlin Rabinskis. Did Layla graduate with us?
Nado.
Okay. Olivia. Amber.
Okay.
Jackie.
Yup.
I thought this would be a lot easier.
About to break some hearts.
Yeah, I'm about to break some hearts. Maria Fallon. Maria Stroligoy.
Yep.
Elizabeth.
Yep.
Can you think of any? Oh, Holly.
Holly. Did you say Alyssa?
No, I didn't say Alyssa.
Yeah. I think you got everybody in this one. In this class.
Dude, so I missed one person.
Yep.
Dude.
Joey, did you say Gianna?
No, I love Gianna. I've always liked her. Shoot. Okay, I missed two people. Sorry, Gianna.
And then this is the ultimate mystery Joker card.
Okay.
Okay, there's one more person.
No, don't do it. Who we graduated with?
Mm-hmm.
Guy or girl?
Gal. This is gonna knock your socks off. I actually didn't know this girl's name until I just looked.
Wait, hold on.
This is gonna destroy your world.
Was her name like Haley or something?
No, close.
Hallie?
Nope. You're close. I think she joined in 8th grade.
Yeah, Michaela or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Michaela. Oh, and Kayla Valor too.
I thought you said her name.
No, I didn't. Michaela. Wow. Dude, oh my gosh. That was crazy.
Literally mind-blowing.
I'm rattled. Munz, do you have anything to say to Catherine?
Catherine, thank you for reaching out. There's so much to say, but so little time. So I'll sum it up with 4 words. Bada bing, bada boom. Bip bop pow.
Nice. Catherine, thanks for writing in. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy it, tell some, spread the word. Tell some friends. All right. You ready for this one?
Yes.
This one is from...
Yes.
It's signed anonymous, but I can tell by the name, the email name. Here it says, ready? Sup, boys? A couple questions. I'll read one question off and we'll answer. All right. First question. Which one of you slays the most cooch? Mons, you have a girlfriend, dude.
I'm going to have to give this one to Bones, I think.
We'll leave that one up in the air. You guys can come up on your own there. Here's a good one. Who would win in a fight? A shark with nunchucks or a dolphin with katana? Dolphin with a katana.
Dolphin, yeah.
Dolphin, yeah.
Pretty obvious.
Oh, no. Dude. This one is going to cause a schism. Who would win in a fight? Bones or Munz?
Oh, man. Well, we have to think about who's the leader.
Stop right there.
Who's the leader of the Goon Squad?
All right, well, we all know I'm the leader. But second off, Munz, I'm just going to have to give it to you. You got a bigger build. And
I don't know, Bones. You're pretty quick on your feet here.
I guess I'm quick. I appreciate that, Munz. But I don't know. I don't think I could handle that smoke. Have you ever gotten in a fight? Or like a physical fight?
No, not really.
Yeah, have I? Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
open to it, though. Whoever's
you
willing.
know what? I'm open to it, too.
I trained for a boxing match for about 3 months in college, but then it never happened.
Oh, because of Corona?
No.
No, it just never happened.
It was this boxing like, ultra ghetto. It was like in somebody's basement, like concrete basement, super tight quarters. There's like one like lamp swinging. And then the club just disbanded because no one showed up anymore.
Damn. Dude,
I missed one meeting and they're like, okay, no one cares anymore, so it's over. I'm like,
dude, you were the glue. You were the glue, Munz. That's crazy. It's like a fight club. That'd be sweet. I
was like probably my 3rd night at college. I went to that for the first time. Whoa.
Oh, phone call. Should they be on the pod? Who is it?
Noah, you're our first live caller on the podcast. How do you do?
What's going on? Really?
Yes.
What's up? I don't know if you can hear me, but
All right. How are you?
Good. Noah, we understand you're a good singer and you love to be put on the spot. Would you like to sing Ain't No Mountain High Enough? 3-way harmony.
All right. We gotta set this up though.
No.
Munz, put him right next to the mic, dude.
So or something? Or are we like?
I got it loaded up. You ready?
You gotta load it up. We're planning on this.
No, actually, I wasn't. I didn't think you would call ever. You ready?
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby. Give Noah a solo. Put him right up to the mic.
Don't stop me, baby. It's in my heart, and know we are miles apart.
Need a helping hand on the double. I'm getting to you, babe. Ain't no matter enough. Ain't no. All right, we're done.
What, you good?
No. Wide enough to get me from down to you, baby.
Shoot, this is so bad.
All right, we were just talking crystals.
Okay, that was Gavin.
You suck.
Anyway, what was happening?
We were just talking crystals, and I was wondering if you could take us through the long history of Jedi lightsaber crystals.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's not a huge history lesson. Basically, each Jedi goes to the Jedi Temple when they've reached a certain point of their training, right? And then they get like chosen by a crystal, like chooses them through like some kind of trial or whatever. And yeah, that's really it. Each one is unique.
The Kyber crystal chooses the Jedi.
That's kind of all it is.
Noah, Tommy asks, does the Kyber crystal choose the Jedi?
Pretty much.
That is insane.
Wow. Thanks for calling it.
Thank you, Noah.
Is this real? Did this happen?
Yes.
Yes, this is real.
It's the worst thing ever.
This is live.
This is live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. I wish I could have heard this song so it didn't suck.
Sounded good.
Noah, don't you know?
Comes through at all. So I just thought to go off of what I heard you singing.
Don't you know the songs in your heart?
Yeah, sure, buddy. Yup. That's okay though.
All right, moving on in fan mail. Noah, stay on the line.
All right. Who is that sexy boy guest from episode 3?
Oh, that was Mark Ewing. That was our best guest.
I wish.
Oh, shoot.
Can't wait.
Maybe that's a sneak peek for some episode. I don't know.
Perhaps. That was Pat Kelly, a.k.a. Lil Blimp.
Glad I could embarrass myself in front of the 3 people who watch this on a regular basis.
Hey, Catherine Burrow watches this, so why don't you watch your tone?
All right. Mun's ready for this next question from Lil Blimp?
Oh, another from Little Blimp.
Ready? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck my wood?
Well, let's break it down to the philosophy.
Infinite.
Could. So if a woodchuck could. Oh. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true. If it could chuck wood, then
Can't woodchucks chuck wood?
it would chuck, dude. It would chuck.
What is chucking at the end of the day?
Maybe like biting it into like little toothpicks. You ever seen the cartoons like bite it down and they're just like
Middle-aged
Yeah.
man on Reddit could explain this better than I could.
No, do you know what chucking is?
Do you know what chucking is?
Well, I thought you knew for a minute.
I didn't.
No, I forgot. You're our Star Wars expert on the show.
Yeah, I know pretty much nothing else.
Dude, I could Star Wars nerd it out if we needed
Star
to.
Wars expert.
Tommy, you have a Star Wars question?
I don't have a Star Wars question. I could nerd it out. If someone had a question for me, I could nerd it out probably.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Should we have a battle of the brains right here?
Me and you?
You can't even hear him, so
A battle of the brains between Noah and Tommy. Who is the Star Wars expert?
I can't even hear him.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
I know. I'll ask the question. That way you guys can't cheat.
Okay.
Tommy will go first. Then Noah will go. Star Wars trivia.
Let's see it.
Real. All right.
We're doing it.
Oh, yes. On Quizlet.
It's on Quizlet. Star Wars guru.
All right. Hardest Star Wars trivia questions. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Noah, I'm going to mute you and ask this to Tommy first, okay?
Okay.
All right. 1 sec. Tommy,
Yo.
order these battles chronologically. The subjugation of Geonosis, the Battle of Yavin, the occupation of Bespin, the liberation of Ryloth, or the Sith Civil War.
All right. Sith Civil War is number 1.
Okay. I don't think this has the answers.
Oh. Come on. I didn't watch Clone Wars, though, so if some of these are Clone Wars, then I'm not going to know.
I don't think they are.
What was that other... What's the second last one you said?
The second last one was the liberation of Ryloth.
That must be after the Sith. I've never even heard of that. So that's after the Sith one. Then it's Geonosis. Then it's Yavin. And then it's Bespin.
You know what? That sounds right. I couldn't tell you, though. Let's see how Noah competes.
Let's see what he says. Let's just compare. That'll be for right or wrong, I guess. If he agrees, then we're good.
Noah, are you ready for your question?
Yep. Oh.
Tommy might have you licked. Tommy was pretty confident.
He probably has me beat. I'm going to say Sith Civil War is first. All right.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong until you've given me everything.
What was the second to last?
The liberation of Ryloth.
Okay. So I believe the Civil War was before the Republic, because there was multiple Sith at that point. And that doesn't really happen outside of the Republic. So
That's what I was thinking.
then, okay, all right. There's the subjugation of Geonosis. All right.
Okay.
Then liberation of Ryloth. All right. And then okay, then the Battle of Yavin, then occupation of Bespin.
Dude, we interchanged Geonosis and the weird one that I've never heard of.
Yeah. Tommy's almost exactly the same answer. He put the subjugation of Geonosis before the liberation of Ryloth.
No, I did that the other
So
way
what is
around. I said Sith,
Tommy said
liberation,
Sith, the liberation,
Geonosis, Yavin, Bespin.
I'm 90% sure the liberation of Ryloth happened after Geonosis.
Oh, the
What?
battle of intellectuals begins.
Well, no, he's more intellectual. Tell him to explain what the liberation is. I've never heard of it.
Explain the liberation.
So, from my understanding, right, liberation of Ryloth is when basically the clones and the Republic, they are trying to deliver. Well, they're the ones trying to liberate the Ryloth people who are being held by the Separatists, right? But they have clones at this point, which means it happens after
Then you must be right. I'm taking your word for that.
Unless
Yeah, I'm going to take your word for that then. I've never heard of it.
that happens on Geonosis is a different one than the first one that you see in like the movies.
Yeah, let him know he's right. I'm taking his word for it.
All right,
That's enough.
Noah, you got the first one correct. Here's a quick one. Okay. Name all planets Master Yoda sets foot on in the 6 films he's in.
Okay.
Coruscant.
We're both doing this?
Hold on. Well, let me go first.
All right, Tommy, go first.
All right. 6 movies. Coruscant. Geonosia, or whatever it's called.
Focus now.
I'm focusing. And Dagobah.
Yoda was almost article.
Coruscant, Geonosia, and Dagobah. That in the 6? That's gotta be all. That's gotta be it. Oh, unless his ghost counts, then he's also on Endor.
Okay. See what Noah
That's
says.
my answer.
Noah, you're up.
All right. So, obviously, Coruscant.
Obviously.
Dagobah.
Obviously.
Then Geonosis. He's on Geonosis. He's on Kashyyyk.
Oh.
Yep, I knew I was missing one from episode 3. I couldn't think of it.
I'm not sure if he's on a separate planet for Qui-Gon Jinn's funeral.
True. Yeah, I don't know where that is.
But
Okay, fair point. But Bones had a fair point that his ghost appears on Endor.
ooh, this ghost did appear at Endor. I didn't know we were talking corporeal.
Obviously, ghosts count.
In Star Wars, ghosts count, all right?
Also showed up then on. Oh wait, is it 2 or are you just doing the first 6?
Just
Yeah.
for 6.
All right, never mind.
We're not counting the Stinky Pete new movies.
Yeah, get those out of here.
Okay, final question.
Yeah, one question.
I'm just gonna say it's tied up.
Okay, thank you.
What lies below the Jedi Temple? Tommy, you first.
Let me think on it. Is it a Sith temple?
I have no idea. Let's see what.
That's my
Noah.
answer.
Noah, you're up.
I think it's like a bunch of Sith artifacts.
Something Sith.
Like looking specifically.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like it's tied. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Damn.
Wow,
Well
thanks for
played.
participating.
Well played, Noah.
And the prize money goes to no one since there's no winner.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was a good attempt. It was a good little duel. I can't believe I forgot Kashyyyk,
Glad I
dude. That's
could
like,
be on this, man. That was weird, but I'm glad I could be here.
no, I know you can't hear me, but it was an honor. It really was.
Bones presents his gratitude.
Oh. Yeah, no problem.
Moving on to fan mail.
All right.
You got any left?
Liner, am I done?
It's up to you. We like to let our audience choose how the show runs.
Yes, well, I asked because I do have to go. But
Oh,
it's been a pleasure.
then no, you can't leave.
Get off.
Hope I can be on here for real one of these days.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
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 Bye. Get a load.
Get a load of this guy. So I did get an interesting message on SoundCloud. Okay, so this is the only thing I got. I just got an email from SoundCloud that said, "You have a new follower. Heather is following you." And that's all. That's all it says. Heather is following you. So I thought that was fitting
No,
for our St. Greg's
can't
guys
be
out
right.
there.
it can't be possible.
Can't be. Which one of us is she after, Muns?
It's not physically possible. It just can't be.
It seems to be. Oh, Heather sent a message.
Oh, she did.
Let me go directly to the conversation.
Is this surprise? Did you know this was going to be a message?
I did not see a message. Howdy, how things are going. I am about to share, all caps, your track to private network of over 20 websites, blogs, and social Medoa, MEDOA, Medoa pages. And you'll receive, checkmark, 210 real fans, 3,260 listeners, 313 likes and reshares. Wow. Thank you, Heather. I will.
Thanks for writing, Heather. I'm glad you're a fan of the show.
Yeah, glad you're a fan of the show, Heather. We're going to have to say, I don't know,
Hopefully
I'm going to have to pass on this opportunity.
What are you talking about? She's a fan. Can't let fans just slide like that.
You got me, dude. I'm caving. All right, Heather.
Crystals. Star Wars. It's all about the crystals today.
Dude, I got something crazy.
Acorns.
Yeah, on top of the acorns, a little bit lower than the acorns. Okay. I have been having these like just insane dreams, and I wrote them down. I have a list. All right. One of my dreams, I was burning down Daniels Hall, which is where I lived. Burning it down. I don't know why. I was in it. I was in it with everyone. It was jam-packed, and I just lit it on fire, and everyone just freaked out. And it was so, I don't know why, it was like so real to me. Wow. And then this one, we were walking around at Cincinnati, and this lady was on the roof with her dog, and her dog pushes her off the roof. And I remember like when she fell and hit the ground, like her legs were just like sticking up. Like she landed with her legs on the ground, and then her legs just like went, 108 or like 360 degrees, just pointing straight up. Wow. 180 degrees. My bad. I'm not smart. And there was more to that one, but I don't want to get into it. This one really freaking grinds my dude. This one's tough, dude. I was on Cincinnati's campus, but it was in like the future, and they needed people for a medical experiment. And I don't know why they chose me, but they did. And I was not down for it. And I ran and hid. And this was so realistic. I was like sweating in my sleep and stuff. And I hid, but they found me and this knocked me out. Right. And like, while I was knocked out in my dream, I was watching my body that was knocked out. Ooh. And I was like, it was so painful. Like I could I felt so uncomfortable. And then when I woke up from the surgery in my dream, I was like in so much pain, like in real life. And then I woke up and I was like, thank God that's over.
That's absolutely crazy.
It was weird, dude.
I've been writing down my dreams lately because I've been having these like insane fever dreams.
Yeah, it's weird, man. What do you got?
Let me see if I could pick out a good one. I was in my room at my house where I'm sitting right now in my dream. And I looked outside my back window and I saw there was like 10 buses parked and like stacked in our backyard. And they were
on top of each other?
They were stacked on top of each other. So like they built a big staircase up to my room. And they were just like thrown haphazardly like everywhere. And no one was in the bus. And I recall there was like this huge circle of chairs in the yard and in the neighbor's yard. And they were just like thrown around. And I was so mad at the government for throwing these chairs in my yard. I'm like, why would they do that? I'm so pissed. And like, I was just so mad because they took our chairs and replaced it with their government chairs and put them in this giant circle. And there was like a ton of ash, but there was like no fireplace. But it was like they had a giant fire. There was all this ash left. And then eventually I was hanging out underneath my basketball hoop, and all these men with suits started coming down the driveway. And like a shirt and tie and a blazer, like yeah.
Interesting.
And my president from my high school comes out, and he walks outside of my house and just like waves at me and leaves my house. And then my old coach comes out from football, and he came out of my house and he was like petting my dog and was being really nice to her. And then he entered a car, and then he just said something to me and then left. And then it made no sense. So I was in this like future world where everything's like neon. You're in this like mountain ice planet, and we were in this this bar that hung off the side of a cliff over this giant ice world. And there's like tons of people walking around like it was Star Wars, like it was like, you know, like tons of like weird creatures with like weird outfits walking around.
Yeah.
And this guy from college was there, and he's like, dude, you left your hat at my house. So I was like, so then like I had this like flashback, and I was thinking about how I got this hat, and I was in these like canyons, and there's this Civil War general riding through a canyon on a horse, and I freaking sniped him with this like with the World War II German sniper, whatever it's called.
A car.
Yeah, like a car, but it had two scopes stacked on top of each other.
Deadly accurate, dude.
And then, so I shot him, and then I walked up to him and took his hat. And I guess his boots I wrote down, but there was no blood anywhere. He was a Union general, but his hat was like a beanie instead of like the normal Union hat. It was like this like blue beanie with like the Union logo on the front.
He's stylish, dude.
And I had his name on the side. And then I flashed back to being in like the futuristic frozen world, and all these dudes kept coming after me because they knew I had that Civil War hat, and it was from the Civil War, so it was worth a lot, historical value.
Oh.
So they kept coming after me, and then I kept hiding from people because I knew they were looking for me. Like I kept like slipping through crowds and stuff, and then I finally got back to that dude's house. But I get into his house, and there's just rows and rows and rows and rows of lockers from stuff people have left over the years. I couldn't find it because there's so many lockers.
That's so weird.
So bizarre. It made no sense. Like in one of my dreams, my dog was in it, but she was younger, and she was wearing a striped shirt and a little hat, like she was a sailor from like the 30s, like a little
That's
ascot.
Sweet. Yeah.
So
That's
bizarre.
Awesome. I'm so tired, dude.
I had a prophetic dream that we went back to school next semester, and we're all in the library. We're all hanging out. Like everyone had these like super nice lamps, and then
that means wealth right there.
Mm-hmm. And then all these janitors show up and like, sorry guys, school's canceled.
What?
And everybody has like the whole library's packed. Everyone just slowly gets up and leaves and goes home.
No.
Forever.
No. I hope it's not true, Muns.
It's prophetic.
I don't want it to be true. Well, Muns.
Bones, is that all our fan mail?
That is all our fan mail. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just like to thank Heather for writing.
Yes.
We'll get back to you soon.
That's for sure. Definitely thank you to Heather. I'll probably get back at some point.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Heather. Want to do the outro?
Yeah, go for it. Well, first, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in.
Thank you, listeners. We love you.
For episode 4, we do love you. For episode 4 of Real Talk. Thank you, guys. We'll see you later. All right, hit him, Muns.
All right, wait. I put away that video. Love Sosa rant. I cannot find this. Dude, I can't find it. Where'd it go? Oh, I sent it to you. I sent you. We're good.
Like a vision, she dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison singing for the lonely. Hey, that's me and I want you only. Don't turn me home again. I just can't face myself alone again. So I got a little bruise stuck in my head.
You doing the outro?
No, I'm waiting for you. I was just going. I got the bruise in my dome right now. Don't run back inside. Oh yeah, go for it.
Is in the school. Tell me. Always in the barber shop. Chief Keef ain't about this. Chief Keef ain't about that. My boy BD and Lemron and them, he see they don't put in no word. Shut the up. Chief Keef ain't no hitter. Chief Keef ain't this. Chief a fake. Shut the up. Don't live with that. You'll know that got caught with the ratchet shooting at the police and been on probation since I don't know when. Stop talking, playing about them. There was savages out there. If I catch another talking about Chief Keef, I'm beating this. I'm not playing no more.